Okay, hello. This is uh, this is going to be the first of a series of videos that I'm doing on the Federal Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Um, this act was enacted in 1978, and it's to give you protection, consumer protection against aggressive, unfair, abusive, deceptive debt collectors. And if you want to have more information, you can go to my website. It's in the description box down below, creditforbadcreditforyou.com, and you'll be able to read a lot of information and get a lot more information about this. Anyway, I'll get started here. Section 1692, Congressional Findings and Declaration of Purpose. Abusive practices. There is abundant evidence of the use of abusive, deceptive, and unfair debt collection practices by many debt collectors. Abusive debt collection practices contribute to the number of personal bankruptcies, to marital instability, to the loss of jobs, and to invasions of individual privacy. B. Inadequacy of laws. The existing laws and procedures for redressing these injuries are inadequate to protect consumers. Now, back in 1978, I'm sure there was probably some sort of laws available, but they were inadequate, as they say, and they didn't do what they needed them to do. They didn't protect the consumer as much as they do now. And one of the things about this is if like for reading, for example, if a person knows how to read and they never ever read anything that helps them out, it's like just like they're absolutely illiterate. It does them absolutely no good to know how to read if they never read anything. Same thing with the law. If there's a law out there to protect somebody, but nobody ever uses the law, it's useless. There's no sense in having it if nobody ever uses it. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing these videos, is to make awareness about this law so that people know that abusive, deceptive collection practices are wrong, and that there's recourse, there's things they can do about them. Same thing, another analogy is if you have $1 million in the bank and you never know it's there, you never ever heard about it, it'd be absolutely useless to you. It would be no good to you. But once you know it's there, then it's worth something to you. And these laws, for every one of these violations of these laws, they're worth anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, and that is worth something to you. Anyway, I'll move on. Section C, available non-abusive collection methods. There are means other than misrepresentation or other abusive debt collection practices are available for the effective collection of debts. Simply means that debt collectors have other means available to them other than deception, misrepresentation, abuse, yelling, name-calling, threatening, any other things. There's other means for them to collect their debts that are effective. Then I'll move down the page here. Interstate commerce. Abusive debt collection practices are carried on to a substantial extent in interstate commerce and through means and instrumentalities of such commerce. Even where abusive debt collection practices are purely intrastate in character, that means within the state. Interstate means from state to state, and intrastate means within a state. Anyway, it says they nevertheless directly affect interstate commerce. Now, Congress put this in here because Congress believes that they have authority over the states through the Commerce Clause, which I totally disagree with. I think they're stepping way over their bounds. The Constitution is a written thing that is to bind the government. It's not to bind the people. The people who take an oath to uphold the Constitution are bound by the Constitution, not the people who are the citizens. Anyway, we'll move on. Section E, purposes. It is the purpose of this Title 15 U.S. Code, to eliminate abusive debt collection practices by debt collectors, to ensure that those debt collectors who refrain from using abusive debt collection practices are not competitively disadvantaged, and to promote consistent state action to protect consumers against debt collection abuses. Okay, I'm going to end this video here, and the next video is going to move into 1692A, the definitions that you can see on the screen there. Definitions are very important. Anytime you look at a law, you need to look at the definitions, because a lot of the times the definitions that you think something means and the definitions that are used in a law are totally different, but the definition that is used in the law is what carries the weight, is what carries the day, so to speak. So the definitions are very, very important. Anyway, if you'd like more information, you can click on my link at creditforbadcreditforyou.com. It's down in the description box. Click on that and go to my website, and you'll see a ton of other information. Anyway, thanks for watching, listening, and I'll see you on the next video.